the BBC TV licence fee, a long-standing method of funding Britain's public broadcaster, might see significant changes by the end of 2027, according to plans reportedly under consideration by the UK's Culture Secretary, Lisa Nandy. Under these proposed changes, the current annual fee, which stands at £174.50 and is set to increase in line with inflation until 2027, could be entirely abolished. Instead of the current system where households pay directly for live television viewing and access to BBC iPlayer, funding for the BBC would potentially shift to being supported through general taxation. This shift has been discussed as part of a broader review of the BBC's funding model, prompted by the corporation's challenges in maintaining its audience amid competition from global streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime, as well as platforms like YouTube that cater to younger demographics. The idea to replace the license fee with taxation has been floated as a means to make the funding model more equitable and less regressive, considering the license fee impacts all households similarly regardless of income or usage. Lisa Nandy's considerations include turning the BBC into a mutual organisation, effectively owned by the public, which would involve a form of democratic governance where citizens could have a say in the strategic direction of the broadcaster. This proposal aims to align the BBC more closely with public interests, potentially offering a more progressive funding model where wealthier individuals contribute more through taxation. However, this move towards funding through taxation also brings concerns about the BBC's independence. Critics worry that relying on tax revenue could make the broadcaster more susceptible to political influence, as government funding might come with strings attached regarding content and editorial policy. There's also debate over how this would affect the BBC's budget, given the complexities of government funding mechanisms and the potential for budget cuts or reallocations in times of fiscal constraint. The discussions around this change have stirred a mix of public reactions, with some welcoming the idea of not having to pay a direct fee, while others fear the loss of the BBC's unique status as an independent public broadcaster. The current licence fee system ensures a steady, direct income stream for the BBC, allowing it to operate outside of annual budget negotiations, which could become more contentious with direct government funding. The proposal is still in its preliminary stages, and no final decisions have been made. However, if implemented, this change would represent one of the most significant shifts in the BBC's funding since its inception, potentially affecting not just how it operates, but also its role and influence in British and global media landscapes.